Hello.
Welcome to the podcast, everybody. I have no idea what to talk about this episode. I have no thoughts in my brain, no stories.
Completely smooth.
Smooth brain.
I was going to talk about why trucks are bigger now versus like just a few years ago when they weren't.
Yeah, from like the early 2000s to now, they've like doubled in size.
So like a Ford F-150 back then is the same size as a Ford Ranger today.
Yeah. Which
is stupid.
Yeah, so both. Yeah, Ford Ranger has gotten larger.
Yeah, the Ford Ranger got twice as big, essentially.
Well, I think it's still the same width. It's just a lot taller now, which is dumb. I don't like the new Rangers. As a certified old Ranger owner, I am not a fan of the new Rangers.
See, I would still want to buy a truck because I don't have a truck. I have a car that I bought for the purpose of having small children in because I thought I was going to be a father by now. But joke's on me, and life is a cruel joke. So,
jeez, man,
I'm salty about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so I kind of want to just trade out my vehicle for a truck.
Yeah, just have a quarter life crisis. Go for it.
Is it really worth it though? Because it's like
buying a truck. No, it's a terrible decision. Yeah, no, it just burns through gas like nobody's business.
No, but here's the funny thing. So okay,
they're paying to park.
All truck owners, two other truck owners are like, "Heck yeah, brother, we have trucks. Woo!
Yeah,
I'm gonna do truck stuff.
Yeah,
I'm a truck guy." And then like non-truck guys like, "I want to become a truck guy too." They're like, "For the love of God, don't."
I mean,
like, it's so expensive.
Essentially, yeah. That is how it rolls.
I'm sure it's the same story with Jeep owners.
Yeah.
So it's like you have this aesthetic that you're reaching. You have this like target audience that you're reaching. You're getting women asking you out, essentially, presumably, or just giving you their numbers, which is essentially their way of asking you out.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no.
And then like with my car, the best I'm gonna get is some weird looks.
Yeah, it's really a coping mechanism. Like the fact that truck guys are like, yeah, trucks, yeah, we got oh, your truck is cool, my truck's louder, blah 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 blah, trucks, yeah. It's really a coping mechanism, realistically, you know. And then we look at other trucks and we're like, ooh, I wish I had that truck. But realistically, we're like, I really want a Toyota Corolla.
Your wallet's like, man, remember when you spent like $20 on gas?
Yeah.
I do.
It's like, okay, maybe not a Toyota Corolla, but like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not totally truck pilled or whatever. Cool.
It's like trucks don't have the same fuel efficiency as cars. But the thing is that the people that will complain about how much it takes to fill up their truck, they don't realize that by the time they fill up their truck, I've had to fill up my car at least twice.
But you've spent probably still less total money than the truck guy.
Maybe because like two fill-ups is going to be anywhere between $40 to $60, probably resting right around $55.
So one fill up for a truck guy is going to be like
$80,
60 to $80. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you are spending more, sure, but you're also you're doing things that I can't do.
Technically,
like I don't know. Here's a great example. Something that a truck can do that my car cannot is use the road properly. And what I mean by that is if I want to turn off if I want to exit a parking lot, but that parking lot has like a bad like transition to the road, my car is screwed. I'm going to either scrape the bottom of my car or I'm going to just straight up hit the curb because roads in America are not maintained, despite the fact that roads are our main form of transportation.
Yeah.
Side note, if someone says that our tax dollars go to roads, bull crap.
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Yeah.
But that's a side note. So yeah. Trucks shouldn't have to worry about that unless you're one of those special people
That drop a truck down to the floor.
If you drop a truck, I want you to understand you I'm questioning your intelligence and how you defy reality.
Okay, so I have to cover myself here on the truck thing, because I said that really truck guys want a Toyota Corolla or a smaller truck. That's not true. Not always true.
You just want fuel
Because
efficiency.
I would love a Toyota Tacoma or even a Toyota or even just a Toyota Corolla or whatever. But I know truck guys that had some big V6 truck, and when they had the option to buy a new vehicle, they bought a bigger diesel truck. And so it's not, which there's a lot of benefits to diesel trucks apparently. Actually, apparently they can get up to 40 to 50 miles per gallon, but still it's nah. I can't with the big trucks. It's a no for me. I don't like
it depends on how big you're talking, because I think a Ford F-150 is a large truck, but then people that are truck drivers are like, no, that's your entry point, and they're like,
so Ford F-150 for a pickup truck is decently large, especially the new ones are decently large. But then you get your Ford F-250.
Those are just
dually.
Stupid big trucks. I don't understand why.
Yeah, those are your diesel big trucks.
I understand why people need them, as far as
farming,
this is a utility
whatever,
truck, farming truck, whatever. But then there's people that's their daily driver.
And it's a pavement princess.
Yeah, it's a pavement princess. It's constantly being cleaned, washed, waxed, whatever. And I'm like, I'm glad you have what you want, but for the love of everything that is holy in this world, I would like to have a parking space.
Yeah, I don't understand the big truck, the love of big trucks. I also don't understand people who are have a big pickup truck and they're like, yeah, look at my big truck, but then there's semi truck drivers that are like, that's wuss stuff. It's like, you are in a completely different category.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
But then you also have those truck drivers that buy a snorkel for their car, for their truck. Uh-huh. And it's that kind of thing's for mudding.
Yeah.
And you look at their vehicle and you're like, that car has not seen dirt ever.
Yeah.
Because I've seen those trucks before in Springfield. And I know Springfield drivers are special, but just make better choices in life.
Yeah, no, I don't particularly understand the snorkel thing unless you do go mudding a lot, but
But mudding is a very particular activity, and people know if you do mudding. People know because your car is there's always mud on it.
Yeah. Or, you can clean your mudding vehicle and whatever, and people who spend a lot of money on their vehicle to go mudding do like to clean it. But you're still going to see some scrapes in the paint and dents and stuff.
Just because you kick up rocks when you go mudding.
Yeah. So, or your tires are going to look a little, worn or whatever. So,
there's going to be signs. The problem is that usually when I see someone with a snorkel, it's a 50-50 shot that that vehicle looks brand spanking new.
I just want a Toyota Corolla or a Toyota Tacoma.
I'd like either a Tacoma or I would go with a Chevy Colorado.
Ugh. I hate Chevy Colorados.
I think they look better than the Ford Maverick.
Depends on the year.
I could see that.
Because the Chevy Colorados that have those like triangular things from the back window to the bed
That was like
are so ugly.
That was like
It's like 2010s.
the 2010s through like 2016.
Yeah.
And I don't understand the purpose of them.
They're just plastic pieces that are there, and I think they look hideous. So,
I remember when those things were considered like the cool person truck.
Yeah.
But
what why are trucks bigger now?
oh yeah, what we were actually talking about.
Yeah.
So trucks are bigger now because the government wanted to encourage car makers, or really people that make the motors, to make them more fuel efficient.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, hey, for how much like output the car has, like what carbon footprint,
Yeah.
So for how much stuff is exiting that vehicle, carbon footprint, whatever, you need to like have it match the size of the truck. So if your vehicle is X number, whatever value, bad for the environment, it needs to match the size of the truck.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why the Ford Ranger went from being a small truck to basically an F-150.
Yeah.
Because they're like, hey, it puts out a lot. And because they want us to, what they're trying to do is get us to like make better engines.
Yeah.
But they looked at it as, oh, we'll just make it bigger then.
Yeah. It's like what's the weight thing where it's like your I forget what it's called. It's a 3-letter acronym that's for like weight, your BMI.
Oh, yeah, mass, body, whatever.
Body mass something.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so
I can't remember
BMI
anything today.
The BMI it's calculates like your body weight by height or whatever.
Yep.
And so you could say, "Oh, I'm too fat for my height." Or you could say that you're too short for your weight.
I guess so.
And so it's like the thing was supposed to be like, hey, you need to make better engines that are more efficient, and don't put out as much carbon, whatever, and you know what I did, blah 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 blah, right? And so, but automakers were just like, you know what? No, we'll use the same engines, but just make the vehicles bigger.
So like no problems are actually solved.
No.
In fact, more problems are probably created.
Much more.
And what's funny is that this problem, believe it or not, can be traced down all the way back to American farmers raising chickens.
What?
Yeah, believe it or not, this particular issue can be traced back all the way to like basically Cold War era.
Okay.
When we were like selling chicken to Europe.
Uh-huh.
And because a lot of like European markets could not compete with American poultry, because our prices were just better. We could raise chickens better than they could. It was damaging Europeans, like local farmers and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And so their idea was like, okay, we're going to like put some what is it called? It's like oh, gosh, I'm forgetting everything today. I feel like an idiot. We did it with China not too long, like when Trump
Tariffs?
was in office. Yeah, Europe put tariffs on American poultry and some other stuff, or I think it's mostly just our chickens.
Mhm.
And they're like, okay, we're going to counter that with putting tariffs on a collection of European products, including European vehicles like Volkswagens. Like, you remember those like hippie buses back in the day?
Yeah, I know.
The reason why we don't have those now is literally because of those tariffs.
Huh.
And so, like, eventually the other tariffs went away, except for the tariffs on imported vehicles that are meant for cargo transportation, including trucks.
Hmm.
So that screwed over American, and it just screwed over the Americans because there are certain vehicles that Americans cannot buy
Yeah.
because it's almost impossible to get them imported. And then whenever you do have them in the States, they're crazy expensive because of the demand for that vehicle.
Yeah.
So
Huh.
that's why you can't get a Toyota Hilux.
Are they built in Europe?
Huh?
Are they built in Europe?
Apparently. Well, it might be a Japanese vehicle, but like they get them in Toyota Hiluxes, from what I've been told. Are
They used to
by,
be.
they're used by the like different terrorist groups
Yeah, they
in the
are.
Middle East, and so it's because they're like just very good vehicles,
Yeah.
and whenever you have oil money,
they don't
you
break.
have money. Yeah.
There was one video I saw. That was this guy was at a junkyard, right?
Yeah.
He finds this Toyota Hilux that was wrecked, like bad, like head-on collision.
Yeah,
right?
but it's a Toyota Hilux.
So it's just like it was like kind of a diagonal hit,
Yeah.
like not straight flat pancake, but like got hit and whatever. So this guy looks in. There's like no oil, basically, no coolant. There's pipes and wires hanging out. Finds the key, throws some gas in there, turns the key over, and it starts right up.
Well, yeah, because it's Toyota.
And it stayed running for a while. I doubt if he actually like tried to put gas on, like press the gas pedal, probably would have shut it out eventually or heated and melted itself. But like
Toyota is known for building vehicles that are just not necessarily bomb-proof, but for lack of a better term, bomb-proof.
Indestructible.
They're very tough vehicles.
Yeah. I don't understand. They're amazing though. That's why I want a Toyota Tacoma.
Oh, Toyota's is it Korean or Japanese?
It's Japanese.
Okay. Honda, I think, might be Korean then.
No, Honda's Japanese too.
Oh, really?
Kia and Nissan.
Oh, Nissan.
Are Korean.
Really? Kia's also?
Yeah.
Because like people crap on how Kia is. Like there's a lot of people that don't like Kia vehicles.
Yeah, they're terrible. They're
Really?
Korean.
But Nissans aren't bad.
No, Nissans are pretty bad too.
Are they?
Yeah, they're not great.
It's weird.
Yeah. I mean, they're probably better than like your average Chevy.
Oh, really?
Probably.
Dang. Chevy does have this weird reputation of like your vehicle might just stop working or it's indestructible. We don't know yet.
Yeah, Chevys are weird. Ford Fiestas are pretty consistently terrible.
Oh.
Yeah. Like you find a Ford Fiesta that's like 2 years old and it looks like it's from the 90s somehow. Like it looks like it's gone through an entire lifetime.
But here's the funny thing.
Of damage.
Almost every Ford Fiesta I see in Springfield area, the only people that are driving are old people.
Or white women.
Really?
Yeah. And they're also all blue. Every single Ford Fiesta is dark blue.
I want to say I've seen a white one, but I could be wrong.
Maybe. I feel like I've only seen dark blue Ford Fiestas on the nearby Target in Springfield. That's all I feel like that's all I've ever seen a Ford Fiesta in. Yeah.
But yeah, vehicles. We talk a lot about vehicles, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been watching this YouTube series on it's this YouTube channel called Donut Media, and they bought a 1998, somewhere in there, Ford Ranger, for $500, beat up, crappy, right? And they're remodeling it, like just basically gutting it and like just taking the chassis and the body and replacing like everything else and turning it into an off-road race truck.
I want to do that.
It looks amazing. Like they put like these massive shocks on it and then these like 48-inch wheels.
Jeez.
With like, 50-inch tires on it. These like absolutely humongous shocks. And it looks so good.
Does it look like a miniature monster truck?
Yeah, pretty much. Of course,
funny.
most all of those off-road race trucks look like that. But yeah, it's pretty magical because it's still like definitely identifiable as a Ford Ranger because like all the glass is still the same.
Right.
It's amazing. Yeah. That's
Oh gosh, I just remembered something.
Thank goodness, because I've ran out of content over here.
So, my workplace does live sales. So we'll like sell products online
Okay.
live. And they don't just do that, they do other things like they'll make something, show people how to make something, whatever.
Mhm.
But there's a holster that our craftsman designed and made.
Mhm.
And we had a model gun in it. It was
Mhm.
a BB gun,
Uh-huh.
modeled after the Beretta 92.
Uh-huh.
And it was during a live stream. They pull up the holster with the BB gun in it,
Uh-huh.
and YouTube took down their stream.
Oh my! Like actually shut down the stream.
YouTube shut down the stream
Oh my gosh!
over a BB gun.
Did they not mention that it's a BB gun?
They may not have,
because
I didn't see it
Yeah.
myself. But here's the thing:
when you show stuff like that, you have to like take it out and be like, show the yellow tip and be like, this is a BB gun. YouTube, this is a BB gun.
I don't even think they got a chance to.
No, it can't be that instant. It has to be reported. It's not like
Maybe
AI is just like, I think that's a gun, down.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I don't.
Wait,
I
so
wouldn't
you're
be
saying that
surprised.
someone that was watching reported it?
Probably.
You little craps.
Yeah. I don't know. Because, like, it's.
What's funny is that,
I
like,
don't know.
I don't.
Because I've seen, like, horrific things on YouTube live streams that just stay forever.
Like what?
Horrific things. Things I don't want to repeat.
Well,
And they stay on forever because people don't report it.
weird.
But as soon as there's a gun, they're like, hey, I'm going to report they're showing a gun. I don't know. I don't get it.
Smooth-brained little people.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Okay, YouTube is kind of a hellscape because
It is. The internet is kind of a hellscape.
yeah, the internet in general, but like YouTube is a special hellscape because like you'll get in trouble for things that you really should not be getting in trouble for.
Yeah.
Like everywhere else on the internet, you're probably safe unless you're on like Twitter. Because
Mhm.
like you could get in trouble on Twitter for like, I don't know, breathing the wrong direction.
I want to read some questions.
We have more questions?
Well, we have some questions that we never read.
Oh.
You know. So here we go. Good day, misters.
All right.
This is from Sean Daughtry. Good day,
Was
misters.
this like
Big fan of the podcast.
what year was this?
This was March 31st, 2023.
Oh gosh.
This is a part of the big spam. Those like
I was gonna say
72
like
questions that we got.
for whatever reason that name sounds familiar. I don't know why.
Big fan of the podcast. Brochettas. Yeah, I think that's what that. Yeah, brochettas. Quick question for you all: who do you think has the best earlobes in the world? Stay keeping one. Hunden dogs. Papu John Guinea the fourth.
I'm just gonna say Johnny Depp.
Who has the best earlobes? I want to say like who's the redhead guy who does music? He did the song Shape of You. What is his name?
I have no idea. Ed Sheeran?
Ed Sheeran, yeah.
Oh gosh.
I think Ed Sheeran has some good earlobes. Now we can also go with like I feel like Zendaya has big earlobes, you know? I don't know. I don't like Zendaya's face. Actually, I don't like Zendaya at all, actually.
Why?
She's got a bad attitude and a very plain face and a 2x4 of a body.
Does she actually have a bad attitude?
Yes, she does.
Okay, because I feel
Or like at least every part she's ever played in a movie has a bad attitude.
So like
she's kind of enjoyable in the later Spider-Man movies that have been coming out, except for the first one. I mean, I guess she's okay in all three of them, but still, I find her quite annoying.
people really, really like her.
For some reason. People also really like Timothy Chalamet, and I hate his guts.
Why?
Okay. He has a very punchable face, first of all. What is that sound?
It sounds like a vacuum. Yeah, it's a vacuum.
No, it's a coffee grinder. So the Timothy Chalamet has a very punchable face. He's very annoying. I watched Wonka, which Wonka for the most part is a cute movie.
All right.
It's fun and enjoyable. But I still hate his face, and some of his lines are just very annoying. But then you take that guy who played a pretty good Wonka, right? And you put him in a movie like Dune, and it's like, what is happening? What's going on over there? Because Dune is just such a serious movie, and then it's just Timothy Chalamet's boyish face. I hate him.
I have not seen Dune.
I haven't either, but I've seen the trailers, and his face annoys me.
So my dad saw Dune 2, and he really liked it. Granted, he likes Dune in general. I have not seen the first one or the second one. I know where Seth sits on it, and Seth dislikes Dune strongly. And I don't know. I think Seth just got bored of it.
Maybe.
And I haven't seen it, so I really don't have anywhere to stand on it.
No.
I want to watch it, but
yeah. Here's a question. A very interesting question from Allie S. Hi. All my friends make fun of my email address, but I'm only 12 years old. Would you still be my friend because of this? Thanks, Cutie Pie. No. Because we're grown men.
it's a
very creepy email.
that's a very fair answer. Also, why does a 12-year-old have an email?
That's about the time I got my email.
Like, I remember school helped, like, okay, so, like, I went to a school, public school, and they're like, hey, we're going to teach you how to use email. 12-year-olds don't need to know how to use email. 12-year-olds need to know how to use a saucepan. Like,
I mean, yeah,
like teach them something
Yeah.
that's actually helpful. Like,
that's fair.
email is more likely to just get them in trouble.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Here we got one from Pablo Smith. Great podcast, man. I would fly overseas if you could let me be part of it. Winking emoji.
Fly overseas.
I don't know.
Where does he think we're at?
I don't know. Thanks for keeping me entertained. More interesting than watching people pick the cheese out of their toes. This was not a
can do that.
question. Yeah, we could do that, but this is also not a question. It's just an email.
So that should be in our description on our channel. Is more entertaining than watching people pick cheese out of their toes.
Quick question. What are your funniest intrusive thoughts?
Oh my gosh, I hate this one. I hate this so much.
See, my funniest intrusive thoughts usually run, to be entirely honest, a little gay. Because I'll be with the bros, with the homies, with the boys. And, every once in a while you're like, I should have squeezed the absolute living heck out of that guy's thigh. And it's just...
Thigh check. Yeah, it's there.
It's there. Just squeeze the heck out of their thigh. That's a little gay, but it's hilarious. Or just sit on their lap. Like they'll just be vibing and then you just come up and just sit on their lap.
Dude, my intrusive thoughts are either like abusive to myself or abusive to other people.
See, that was my original answer before I decided to be honest. My original answer was usually involving slapping people. Like my intrusive thoughts are like, you should slap that person. Just walk up to him and just
mine is worse than that. So it's like,
face.
Okay, this is where I receive the strongest like intrusive thought / impulse, and it's the worst thing ever. I don't know why I have it, and I hate it, but it is like I'll be at church talking to some old man. He's like happy, he's grinning from ear to ear, and we're shaking hands talking, and my brain's like, punch him in the face as hard as you can.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? There's no reason for this.
That is an intrusive thought. Yeah.
My brain's like, you need to punch him in the face as hard as you can right now. Just no warning, for no reason, just punch him straight in the face.
Another.
And I hate it because it's like, why do I have this thought? I don't like it.
Another great intrusive thought is steer into oncoming traffic.
I can use some insurance. You're not gonna win that. You're screwed.
What's his name? Jim Carrey has an amazing joke about that, where he's like, when you're driving to work and you're like, I want to just drive into oncoming traffic. But then you have that part of your brain that goes, that's counterproductive. And I think that's pretty true. Yeah. That's the only thing that's stopping us from going through our intrusive thoughts. It's counterproductive.
Yeah, just screw having a moral high standing of no, that's gonna hurt innocent people. Instead, just be like, that's counterproductive.
Yeah. Or like,
dude, if I did
pushing children over is another good intrusive thought. Like you see like a toddler like running around, you're like, I want to trip them.
Yeah, but they're already wobbly, so it's really tempting to push them over.
They're kind of like a mighty bean, like you're kind of hoping that they're just gonna wobble back up.
If I purely did things out of just that's counterproductive, I would be like an immortal god. I would have no problems.
You would also have a lot more money.
I'd have so much more money. I'd have I'd have a healthy marriage. I would be a very happy person. But here
Yeah.
we are. One that's like, yeah. Counterproduction, love it. Self-sabotage, yes.
Self-sabotage is my best friend.
I hate self-sabotage. It's worse whenever like you look in hindsight and you're like, wait a minute.
Why'd I do that?
It's like, old Gabe over there? Yeah, screw him. He's an idiot.
Yeah, pretty much. This is from Carmen.
Good grief.
Burp is not included in the name. I'm sorry, guys.
You have to pay for that.
Hey, guys. I have a few questions for you. What are your favorite colors? Green.
Yeah.
I like dark green, like forest green.
That's pretty much my favorite color as
Yeah.
well.
That's my vibe lately. What do you do in your spare time? Work.
What do I do in my spare time? Lately, a lot of cleaning.
Yeah. What's your favorite fast food restaurant?
You can
Look,
almost,
I haven't gone here a lot, but Panda Express
I was
is
gonna say,
pretty good.
You can almost never go wrong with Taco Bell.
Yeah, you can't. You
Well,
can.
okay, the only
You
thing,
can, but you can't. You know.
Taco Bell is this cursed, wonderful place where are you gonna have like diarrhea volcano? Yes. Are you gonna eat it anyways? Absolutely.
See, I don't. I've never. Not that I've noticed. Have I ever had like really bad, bowel experiences after Taco
Here's
Bell?
the thing. Don't eat Taco Bell for 2 years straight and then just out of nowhere decide to eat Taco Bell. Especially if you don't eat much fast food to begin with. You eat Taco Bell once after 2 years, your body's gonna be like, ah!
I mean, I don't know. Maybe, I guess. I don't know. Like, there's some. I have a list of ones that I will not eat at. You know,
Like Bojangles.
Bojangles probably good.
I have
I
not been
think
to a
Bojangles-
Bojangles since I was like 14.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I have not been to a Bojangles in a long time. I don't even know if I've actually eaten at a Bojangles or if I've just been.
I've had food
like,
from
seen.
Bojangles, but I have not been to a Bojangles.
Now, so KFC, and Popeyes are off the list. I will not eat there.
Look, but Chick-fil-A, I'm not Chick-fil-A, gosh, Kentucky KFC is finger licking good.
Yeah, you know what's also probably covered in fingers? Their floors. I wouldn't be surprised if they have a room just covered in severed fingers. Okay, no, their floors are always so nasty, so greasy, and the people there do not care about anything.
Are you talking about like a local one?
No, all that I've been to.
Ah.
Popeyes is worse. I'm convinced Popeyes, except for the one in Nixa, Missouri, every Popeyes only employs like people with 50% of all disabilities. You know? Like these are the people with disabilities that it's like you should just be taken care of. You know? It's like I'm not going to make fun of you cuz that's really mean, but like you shouldn't be in the workforce. Like that's the kind of people that I've seen work at Popeyes.
I'm going to play Seth's advocate and be like, "No, we should shame them." shame them out of society.
Look, if you are incapable of not sticking out your tongue while you focus on something, you shouldn't work in the food industry or probably work at all.
That's okay. That's actually a fair point.
You know, like there's some health concerns here. You know, besides the fact that you took 20 minutes to build 2 sandwiches.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah. I'm going to wait for this. I think it's going to stop and reset in a couple of seconds here.
1, 2.
No, it's still going. Okay.
Still going.
So
Huh.
when I'm on like a vacation and we're just looking for something that's reliable to eat, a go-to stop usually is like Subway.
Subway is pretty reliable.
Subway, they're everywhere, absolutely everywhere, and they're usually not awful.
But when they are awful, ooh boy, they're awful.
They do it pretty. They do awful pretty well. You know, like they'll give you frozen chicken.
They'll give you diarrhea.
Yeah, on a loaf of bread. Yeah, no, I have been fed frozen chicken. They're like, oh, so our oven's not working. Do you want us to microwave your sandwich? And my sister was like, no. And they're like, okay.
Here's the thing: they shouldn't have even asked that question. They should just put it in the microwave.
Yeah, it's like they didn't even explain that it was frozen.
Oh my gosh!
They were just like, do you want to heat it up? And we're like, no, it's fine. And they're like, okay.
And they just went with it?
Yeah, they just went with it. They didn't even like, well, the meat's frozen. No, they were just like, okay.
And
then we bite into the sandwich. We're like, this meat's frozen.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's fully cooked, but frozen.
Yeah, because so what they do is that they fully cook it, and then they ship it to all the restaurants frozen. And then, that's still...
Yeah.
It's not really a health risk. It's just gross.
Yeah. I don't know. But that's not super common for a Subway. Another good place is like maybe a Publix, which is a grocery store with a deli in it. Yeah, those are usually pretty good.
Those are not super common.
No, they're not the most common, but they're around. We also got places like Pizza Hut. I don't usually eat at a Pizza Hut, you know, like when we're on vacation or something.
Pizza Hut is like usually pretty greasy.
Well, sure, but like I've never been to a Pizza Hut that's like, ew, this is bad. You know?
I have.
You have? Really?
But not like inside the store, but like the pizza's just soggy.
Well, like, yeah, but like, yeah. I've never been to like a Pizza Hut that's like, this is a restaurant from hell. You know, it's just like, okay, it's subpar pizza. Or, you know, a Domino's or really any of those pizza chains.
Dude, I haven't been in a Domino's in like probably 3 or 4 years.
I don't think I've ever been in a Domino's before.
They're pretty forgettable.
I've been in a Papa John's, Pizza Hut, and Little Caesars very recently doing DoorDash, but not Domino's. Domino's doesn't do DoorDash, but yeah.
They don't do DoorDash?
No, they have their own delivery.
Oh.
That's their big thing, is their big delivery.
Yeah, that's right. I saw one of their electric cars in the neighborhood like 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I see them a lot when I'm driving around.
Well, they are like right outside your neighborhood.
They are, yeah. So, yeah. That was a good question, though. So, favorite fast food restaurant? I mean, we're gonna have to go with Taco Bell. You know, that's good.
We didn't even talk about McDonald's
because it's gross.
Agreed.
Thank you so much for your time, Carmen, in Ottawa, Canada. Here we go. Here is a I don't know what this. I think it's from Joyden.
Okay.
From the Virgin Islands. Do you guys read books? If so, which books? What genre?
Dude.
I don't read. I read the
illiterate.
Bible. I am illiterate.
I have books. they are there just to remind me that I don't read.
Yeah,
I
it's like
want to read
I
them. I
like
just don't find the time.
I enjoy high fantasy, but I find high fantasy very hard to read.
High fantasy?
Lord of the Rings style.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have read several books of the Redwall series by Brian Jacques or Jacobs or whatever, British author, and it's a nice book series for kids.
Yeah.
Or young adults / teenagers.
I read all the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books, or like the original, like 5.
Yeah, because they're still making them.
Yeah.
Which is kind of mind blowing.
Yeah. I do want to read, but I'll have to read it with like an audiobook. I like to read and have an audiobook going at the same time and follow the audiobook. I want to read Mere Christianity by what is that? The guy who wrote Narnia.
Oh, C.S. Lewis.
C.S. Lewis. Because I've heard some quotes from that, and it sounds like a really good book.
C.S. Lewis also wrote a book called The Screwtape Letters, which are. I remember a friend of mine, Nathaniel Stein.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote a book report on that for school at a Christian school in like I want to say 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't know, the Screwtape letters are, it's letters from a demon to another demon about demon stuff.
What?
Written by C.S. Lewis.
That's really weird, but I vibe with it.
I don't remember it very clearly, but I remember like half the classroom being very uncomfortable and me being like, "Huh? What? What's going on?"
That's funny.
Yeah, we're gonna have to ask him about it because he might actually know where his book report is for that. It's like, oh yeah, it's in my room.
We have an email from Soggy Potato.
Heck yeah.
Does cookie dough really give you salmonella? Or are they trying to keep us from living our lives?
He has a fair point.
Hashtag wet crock gang from Swampy P. No, cookie dough does not give you salmonella. Raw eggs do not give you salmonella. Ask any bodybuilder ever.
Really?
It does not give you salmonella.
What does then?
There's a possibility of it on the outside of an eggshell.
Okay, so long as you have clean eggs,
Yeah,
you should be fine.
which if you're getting eggs from the store, they're very well washed, and you can wash it again if you want.
Even if you get
Just
like
some hot
farm
water.
eggs, you should be able to clean them off.
Yeah, farm eggs, clean them off, you're good. Slightly higher chance, but you're good. Yeah, raw eggs do not give you salmonella. Like, they just don't.
Interesting.
So eat cookie dough, people.
The government has lied to you.
Once again.
Once again. I'm just saying, once you find yourself looking into conspiracy theories, and you start realizing that some of them they're just true.
Yeah,
You start looking at things very differently.
it's true. Yeah.
You're like, oh, we were lied to about this.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's weird. Here's from Dan Fan. The subject of this email is Russian government, but this question has nothing to do with the Russian government. So just wanted to point that out.
Okay.
Love your podcast. Quick question: who has the hairiest ears in the entertainment industry? Love toe fungus. Hairiest ears.
Russian government.
In the entertainment industry,
Is
probably
this some kind
hairy
of cipher?
ear. I don't know. Like, are these like oh, what is it called? Like
Hidden message.
no. Those agents, the where you brainwash someone.
Oh, sleeper agent.
These like sleeper agent code activation sentences or something.
They're trying, I guess. He said hairiest ears in the industry.
Hairiest ears in the industry. Orlando Bloom. I don't know.
I was gonna say Danny DeVito.
You don't have hair on your ears.
You can grow hair on your ears.
Maybe John Rhys Davies.
I think I know who that is.
This guy who played Gimli.
Yeah, you do have hairy ears.
Yeah, we'll go with that one. Let's see. Let's see if we can find some more. There's several of these that here we go. The subject line for this one is pigeons from Kalab Patel. Dear brother, I have a dire question that needs to be addressed. ASAP, get back to me. Well, it's been several months. It's been almost a year. So sorry about that. Is it illegal to take pigeons from the park for free?
Like they're just standing there.
I mean, they're just there. I think they're just there.
Like,
I think
you may have to compete with the local homeless people or like bird lady that feeds birds, but honestly, you can take those home and grill them up if you want,
or just keep them,
or
train them. Train them to bring you trinkets.
You could actually get a what is it? A
crow.
Raven? Yeah, you can get crows to do that.
Yeah, crows are legit.
People do not give animals enough credit. They're like, oh, they're just dumb. And it's like, some of them are just really stupid, but others, they're really sharp.
Yeah. No, they are. They are really smart. Would you rather have a cat with a human face or a dog with human hands?
I don't like that because
so imagine a dog clawing at you with human hands.
I can live with a dog doing that. If I have to live with a cat with a human face, I'm gonna shoot it. I'm sorry. I mean,
you just see like me, just meow, meow.
It's dead.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I'm shooting it at least 5 times.
I would probably shoot it at least 10 times.
Jeez.
Just to make sure.
It's just, oh yeah, because of the 9 lives. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Hey, at least the subject line was actually about the email. It said pigeons for anyone. Dear Mr. Man, I absolutely loved your podcast. I was wondering though, what's your opinion on pigs flying? Have a good day. Sending love all the way from what? It's Argentina, but Fargentina. Yeah. Funny joke. Are these all 12-year-olds?
These are probably all people from my dad's class, and they're
how old are they?
They can be anywhere ranging from 14 to probably 18.
14 sounds about right. So, pigs flying. I think pigs can be whatever they want to be.
Especially if it's bacon.
Yeah. So on pigs flying, if a pig decides that it rejects Newton's law of gravity, and just rejects the invention of gravity, it could fly. I think that'd be pretty cool.
You know, if I saw a flying pig, I'd probably just go inside.
If a pig was flying, a lot of things would start happening. Like people would really start doing things.
The amount of times someone said, when pigs fly, blah, 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 they're just going to have to pay up.
It would be like Jubilee, or whatever the heck that's called. the year of Jubilee where like all the debts are erased and whatnot. You get your land back. It'd be like that, you know?
I wonder what I'd get.
Probably like a pack of Doritos.
It's not happiness, but I'll take it.
Yeah, okay.
You're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. This is a weird episode.
Well,
We're tired.
Yeah, we're tired. You did a skit last time.
We did. You know,
one.
I think
If you haven't seen that one, go see the Sin Points episode.
It was last episode. It should be episode 50.
It's
7.
It's probably not going to be called Sin Points, but I am curious. I'm going to ask you how many Sin Points this interaction is going to be.
Okay.
Okay. So,
let me get my book of sin point values.
Let's say I take all the doorknobs off of the front doors of people's houses in a neighborhood.
Okay. So that would be refusing entry. That's 100 sin points.
I feel like that's a fair trade. I've done that once.
What?
Well, okay. Here's the thing. I used to work for a construction company, and they had a lot of houses that were like under construction, and so they're like, "Hey, I need you to go to all these houses and take the doorknobs off of them because we're gonna go back around and start putting the doorknobs, like the actual finished product doorknobs on."
Oh, okay.
I was also the same guy that was like sent out with like a bucket full of doorknobs to install onto new houses. I did a lot of interesting work. I kind of missed that job.
That is interesting.
Like, even though there was irritating things that I had to deal with on that job, it really wasn't that bad.
Oh yeah, I think I have a decent opportunity to become an electrician.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to go into super detailed about it, but it's a friend of mine's father is looking for new electricians to train for a new construction business where they're going to be doing new construction. So,
well, depending on how the pay is, I kind of want to join.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I'm excited.
As much as I'm happy and content with what I'm doing, I'm also like, hey, if there's a way I can make a living, so then people will, I don't know, kind of respect me more. Like it's funny that people like look at me and they're like, oh, well, you know, he works at a leather shop. He doesn't make that much money. I'm like, I make more money than I've ever made in my life.
You make a decent amount of money.
I make decent money, and then like that's not even including the money I make on the side.
Yeah.
Like I don't make a ton of money on the side,
but
really I make enough money to where it's like, hey, I can relax.
Yeah.
I have a few dollars in my pocket.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to get there. I think like $30,000 a year would be enough for me to be.
I don't even know how to look at money anymore because, like, back in the day, great grandma or whatever would buy a house for like $12 and a baked potato.
Yeah.
It's like, and then nowadays it's like, all right, we'll need your spleen, your liver, and your fourth born child.
Yeah.
Like,
it's special.
It's like buying a house now is like, it's expensive. And granted, it's not like great grandma is making much money either. So it's like, I don't know if like, I don't really know if inflation has affected our buying power the same way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming it has.
Yeah, that's what it affects is buying power.
Right, but like usually prices fluctuate and it ends up balancing out to be the same as it was. But has it gotten to the point where like it hasn't balanced out? And
no, it's not balancing out.
Yeah, that's
the problem. Yep. Yeah.
Thanks, Biden. Come suck my toes.
Suck the toe cheese out of my toes.
Maybe like get rid of your dementia.
And It might be more entertaining than this podcast.
Don't make fun of the president. The president does not have dementia and is definitely not a Roomba. Anyways,
Somebody other than Biden, 2024. Yeah, I don't think we can use any of this.
I don't think we can either. Colin, saying that the president is definitely not a Roomba is probably not appropriate. All right, boys.
Bye-bye. See you later.
Go slap a chipmunk.
Don't forget, you got to start mowing your lawn.
Oh gosh, it's starting to get a point.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.